watching this video. So today I want to quickly talk about how to deal with really bad recruiters, right? So let's say that you are currently interviewing with a company, whether that is directly or maybe you are going through a recruitment agency, and maybe the recruiter is just really unresponsive, or they're rude, or you feel that they're not very supportive or really helping you in any way, or maybe they're actually disadvantaging you in the process somehow, right? Maybe they're just so slow that it's kind of screwing things up, or maybe they gave you the wrong advice. Like whatever it is, you have had a really bad experience, so you've decided that you don't want to work with that person anymore, but you also don't want to risk not getting the job. So how do you get past that? So I think the best thing to do is to request. So in the case of a recruitment agency, the best thing to do is to request switching account managers. So what you can do is, kind of be very direct, right? So go to the recruiter and say, look, John, I unfortunately, have not had a really great experience, and just to give you constructive feedback, I feel like you haven't really understood my career goals, blah, 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 or I feel like you've been too slow to reply, and this is kind of hindering my job search process. So I would like to kindly request that I switch account managers with your recruitment agency. And then John will more likely than not say, oh, okay, I'm really sorry for that experience, and let me, okay, I'll switch this over to another person. The other thing you can do is you can, if that doesn't work, right? So if he says, oh, well, I'm sorry, I'll do better, but you're still not happy with the service, then you go to his manager, right? So request to speak to his or her manager, or reach out through the website directly and say, hey, I had a poor experience with one of your consultants, but I'm still interested to work with your firm because I'm interviewing with this company. And just be very objective about the feedback. Don't point fingers, don't be rude. Just say that you'd like to get help from somebody else, because at the end of the day, you do not want to jeopardize or hinder your chances of actually working with that agency, right? They may be your in to the company or whatever, and especially if it's an internal recruiter, then that's pretty much one of your only points of contact. Now, if they are the only point of contact, if they're the only person that you can talk to, the last thing you can do is you can reach out directly to the hiring manager, right? So whatever company that you are interviewing with, let's say it's Amazon, and you have already started to interview with them, then you don't necessarily have to go through the recruiter, right? If you have the hiring manager's email, you can say, if you had, again, this is if you had a really poor experience with a recruiter, you can go to the hiring manager and you can say, hey, Mr. Hiring Manager, I'm really interested in continuing the interview process, but I've had a really bad experience with your recruiter, and they have not been giving me any feedback, and they unfortunately messed up the schedule a few times, blah blah blah. Now you have to be careful how you phrase this, because you might come off as like you're complaining. So there has to be a really legitimate reason. This is really kind of a last straw thing that you want to do. You don't want to just go directly to the hiring manager and just complain about the recruiter for kind of a small hiccup that you had, right? That's a lot of stuff I packed in there, but just to summarize, if you have a bad experience with the recruiter, the first thing you can do is ask for a different recruiter to switch account managers. The second thing you can do is go to that recruiter's boss and give them the feedback and ask for a different account manager. And then finally, the third thing that you can do is you can go directly to the hiring manager who's actually responsible for hiring that position, and you can ask to work with them directly and give the feedback about the recruiter, and then just go through that avenue. So I hope this was helpful, and if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out directly, comment below, and I will get back to you. Alright, thanks so much. See you next time. Bye.